Hey, hi guys. So, welcome to functional programming in Scala. So, today we are going to talk about an important topic. It's regarding to type classes. So, hope you enjoy. Uh, let's start. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Do you see my screen now?
Yes, we do.
Now the console.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Today, as I mentioned it, we are going to talk about type classes. So this is a pretty common part in functional stuff. So the idea is the way to introduce polymorphic behaviors using functional implementations. So let's start with an example. Let's see. Oh, I think it's. Gosh. Let's found this. uh, okay, um, it, okay, um, I think they are. So we are include the print table stuff. And yeah, just the idea, as I mentioned it, is include polymorphic behavior using an oops, implementation in functional programming. So let me add our package. I will today we are not using REPL because we have to write a lot of code, and so what's happening. So let me include an, normal object. It's an example, and so the companion object also could be useful. And yeah, usually we implement the type classes in other file, but just for demo purpose, I'm gonna include in the same file. So let's include a functionality to make our object printable. So we will need an abstract uh, variable, abstract definition. Uh, I will try to show the code or the new code for showing a lot of details of implementation. So it's a string. We have an array with generic stuff. It's pretty similar with the other languages, just to make sure that our code is reusable. Not much say here. It's the same for collections. We see a lot of list of string, list of ints, things like that. This is the same concept. We are not talk about much about this, but yeah, this is first step to create our type class definition. So the idea is implement the functionality print, the functionality print for our object. In object-oriented stuff, we probably will have to uh, do similar to this, which is pretty different in terms of functional stuff. So the idea is uh, integrate new behavior without modify our base code, which is pretty nice. So let's see. I'm gonna create an object, companion object for print table. This. Remember the apply definition. Remember the implicit variable. This is important. This is just a way to make explicit our implicit definitions. Probably we will not use this today, but it's just for accessing to the abstract functionality with less code. Yeah. So let's see. Let's let's create a person here. So let's see. Person at the moment don't have any way to access to this print method unless that we do on a type class. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Is also now I'm gonna create the real access for our type class. Typically, we use two ops suffix to indicate that we are implementing a type class. Uh, this is not common standard, but it's just for make the code easy to read. You can use whatever name that you want. Print table ops for any type. So this animal is a feature of Scala to use another class similar to primitive types. This is just for compiler for improve our performance. Uh, that's nothing else. Just make sure that you only have one parameter in your class if you want to use. If you include other, this animal is not usable. It's just an optimization. And as mentioned, this is the way to access or to include the new functionality in the existing code. So print table. Uh, so this is the implementation, the generic implementation. So also we are going to include another tray to make sure that we are able to include this abstract operation in any scope that that we where we need to use that. I try to say. Okay, this is an trade. It's a convention use a syntax suffix. But yeah, it's just a convention. So the idea is give an easy way to access to the functionality. That's uh, that's the purpose to that code. As you see here, we have an explicit final def. That means it's a kind of uh, constant function, something like that. But yeah, the idea is access to the this trait easily without import a lot of things. And the idea here is just create uh, a class and an access for this printable to ops. It's on a grapper. Okay. You have any question to this moment?
Just to make sure, these implicit classes are just to add are just normal classes, but you add methods to them. Are just like a subclass that's only used in the context.
Yeah, the idea is just give this code, uh, give access to this code easily. The compiler will find an implicit implementation for us, and we just have to use. That's the idea. Just uh, give on a uh, easy scope to access to the functionality. Let's see. And here we go. We just create an instance for our operation that has our abstraction graphic. That's the idea for this. And also, I'm going to include an object to access. If you remember, objects are uh, on a singleton, and we provide in just one implementation per session. So the idea is access to functionality through this object, and this object will extend this functionality, this this trait, and this trait also grabs this class. It's just for accessing to our. So that's all for our type class. We have an trait. We have an access for our trait using implicits. This is class implementation. We are able to do also using just methods, but we have to include other imports to use. I prefer this implementation for easy easy usage. That's the idea. So let's see if we have person here. That's not. Let's see. I'm gonna use. In the meantime, just recap for our type class is the idea is provide the functionality for person stuff. So we have this function, and at the moment we are not able to include this functionality. This is just a skeleton for provide uh, for our type class. So we need to include the implementation for our uh, person in this uh, sample, but the idea is so this type will be people. Compact syntax. We have one int person. Now we need a string. Remember uh, function definition. It's this, and also in, in when we do this. I'm gonna do an JSON representation just for showing you this. Let's see. So this is the particular implementation for our type class for the object person. So this should be implicit to make sure that we are be able to access easily with just one import. Uh, as I mentioned previously, if we uh, want to do this in an object perspective, we need to modify this and include the implementation within this class. That's not fun, not easy to maintain, things like that that you probably have noticed. Uh, let's see. save. Yeah, when I use control, I miss something. It says, oh yeah, we don't have the return type explicitly. It's just Hugo. This is other alternative to use the REPL as within our SVT project. SVT is on a kind of package manager for Scala. And the idea is import our type class. Let's see type class. Let's see. Okay, now we have the wall person again. Super creative name, Bob. Yeah, we have this, and now person is not include our print table implementation. So the idea is import the object that I mentioned as a entry point. You are import this object, and let's see the magic. Uh, Here we go. Now this is a pretty crucial moment. It's when the magic happens. So let's see. We are include this method without just one import, which is nice, isn't it? As you can see, we introduce a new functionality without modify our uh, base implementation. So this is a kind of start to do magic programs, which is pretty cool using this part. I don't know if you have any question or anything that you wanna see in a slow motion, things like that.
This reminds me of monkey patching on Ruby and Ruby on Rails. Similar.
Not a lot of knowledge through it. Yeah, probably. But this is the idea. You want using just this import, you add functionality to your code, which is very cool. And the key is include this implicit implementation and the compiler. When we include this in our scope, we automatically uh, create this implementation, or we instantiate this implementation, and we are ready for using. That's the idea, and the with type classes. You know, that's pretty powerful pattern. I use a lot of in my daily job. Yeah, it's easy to refactor because you can modify your implementation without modify your previous definition. which is pretty powerful. Uh, a lot of benefits to this implementation. So I will let other examples, but you try by yourself if you have some time. And yeah, this is the idea for today. Show this powerful pattern. Uh, so if you don't have any other question, probably this is all for now. Cool. Okay, cool.
Okay,
This is sorry.
great. It was great. Thank you.
Cool. Awesome, guys.
All right. See you later.
Okay,
Thank
see
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.